Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? Hold up, I gotta pull up the right chat real quick. There we are. What's up, King Carnage? What's up, Mel? What's up, Jack? What's up, Joe? Sinful, SF, Aloha. Big Rollout, and E, good morning, good morning. Let me know how the audio is. It's been a minute since we've done this, so could be off, but it should be alright. Good morning, Matty Clams. Good to see you. Oh, wait, let me turn my fan down. There we go. Good morning, man. Good to see everybody. I'm kind of excited for today. I think today's actually going to get some good movement. We have about 4 minutes, 40 seconds before the open. So main concern here, so we have previous day high, got an emerging level, we got previous day control point, previous day open, previous day low, which also happens to kind of conceal most of our pre-market information between our two areas here, so that's perfect. We don't have to worry about anything else, any other outside variables. So today we're going to be looking over this area here for bullish plays. Let me get my cute little arrow here. There we go. Or breakdowns. Let me just do this. We'll duplicate and then we'll flip direction. Or breakdowns under a combination of pre-market low and previous day low. So it's not just this level, it's not just this level here, it's both. So I want to see both the previous day low and the pre-market low. I'm trying to get both there. There we go. And that's our main game plan right out the gate. Super simple. Nothing special there. Just very clear. I'm just retyping it in the main chat, so if anybody wants to re-see the areas there, they can. Alright, that's posted. What is up, Ryan? Good to see you. Good up. Good up. What's up, Green? Welcome back, Mr. Voice. Good to see you, man. We're just going over the game plan real quick. So that's for SPY. For my small cap traders, nothing changed from last night's levels. Same as SPY, so you're set as well. Let me move these. Yeah, your IWM chart should look something like this. Something similar. The emerging candles are pretty spaced out where it is right now. Google looks... Wait. Oh, coiled. I thought that said cooked at first. I was like, what? I'm not going to lie. I'm seeing a lot of this coiling in yesterday's price action just in general. So just be careful, guys, because I was looking at that at SPY, too. SPY... coiling very, very hard, meaning like it's staying in one area. It's not really breaking out a whole lot, just kind of building up a lot of potential energy in an area. And I just think that's what we're seeing in the past couple days on SPY as well. You got a little bit of free movement here at the end of the day, though. That was kind of cool. I saw what's his name, Rollout, was reviewing that in the chat yesterday, so I thought that was kind of cool. I also posted AMD levels. Don't think I posted Tesla. I think I posted... What was the other one I did? Oh, it was Boeing. Boeing was the other one. And I actually like the levels a lot for Boeing, so if you're interested in that, this is what this is looking like. But here's another one that has some, like... This is the true definition of what I would call coiling. You know, just stuck. Not really going anywhere, but you could tell there's definitely some price action, so... Good example there. Let's go back to SPY, though. We'll just kind of chill here for a second. I'll give it maybe like 10-15 minutes and then I'll turn extended hours off. I just like to leave this here for a little bit just so people see what pre-market did today. Nothing super crazy. It's kind of sticking to our levels, so nothing crazy there. I love and miss you. Love you too, Valdora. Glad to be here again, man. Thank you. Glad to see you too. Missed you too, Ryan. I'm here though. I'm glad I'm back. Oh, that's the music I'm hearing. I'm like, what the hell is that? And yeah, good morning everybody on Discord too. I know we got a lot of people in there. And for anybody's convenience, really, if you have access to the daily updates channel in Discord, you have access to getting news pretty much every single day. So I would just check this out. But Eric takes it upon himself to post the news every single day, even when I was gone. But he has the news for today. There actually isn't really much happening today. We have consumer confidence, and that's about it. There's the 2-year note for the yields. Carnival Cruise Lines, that's the biggest one reporting. Wait and see in front of a busy week. Losses in mega cap stocks. Nvidia down sharply due to profit. Yeah, I don't blame them. Buying interest in areas of the market that were left out of the recent run. So again, maybe a good day to start looking at small caps like IWM. Or a good couple of weeks, probably. Energy related names. And yeah, news at 10. We already talked about that. Okay. Just kind of reminding ourselves what is in front of us. Alright, market is open, and we are opening a little bit under the previous day open as well as the previous day control point, which again is just a fancy way of saying 50% of the previous day. It's just a cool little halfway point we like to use. I see BA starting down pretty heavy. AMD, yeah. Alright, we'll just watch SPY and IWM for a little bit, and then we'll move from them. IWM taking a heavy fall right at the open. Be very careful with that one. Zoom in. My mornings have been in complete disarray without. Shut up. Y'all have been fine without me. What's up, Fitz? And that's because in my chat we don't, you know, I'm not going to say we raise people. That sounds weird. But we do kind of like lead people towards doing their own thing, you know. I'm not going to be in a chat and then randomly just try to tell everybody, you know, dude, make sure you're doing this right. Make sure you're doing this right. You know, like it's, yeah, I like to keep people in line, but at the same time, you know, people got to walk for themselves a little bit. Which that wasn't why I was gone, but that's just, if I ever am gone, it's good to know that I shouldn't have to worry about, you know, 90% of people in chat. I would say that's a pretty good number. There is still that 10% of people in there that are, I don't know what's going on with them. Yeah, I am not reading that comment out loud. We are still pulling away from the previous day open, which again, this is bearish. This is technically a bearish retest of previous day open. You can kind of see that just because of the last, really like 15 minutes of yesterday. They just kind of fell. We're rejecting off of where they fell from. Good morning and welcome back. What's up, Dr. J? And yeah, I'll be back in here again tomorrow morning. I'll be back in here Thursday morning. I have a video planned to come out for you guys on Friday, which if you're a member of the channel, you already have seen this video. But it was just something I wanted to kind of release. Just because I feel like it's an important topic that needs to be just public on this channel. So it'll be up there. But while I was away, I hope some of you did some studying because, and while we're watching SPY just fall, which we're kind of watching everything fall right at the open, so to say something is dropping is, you know, kind of obvious. But I hope some of you guys studied while I was gone, because if you go to the videos part of the channel, I would probably say two of the strongest videos on this channel, if you click popular, is this video here, workshop number 11, and then the latest video, actually, the 3 types of retests and how to trade each one. This is part of a seminar that I was invited to where a bunch of traders talked and stuff. And in this video, I break down the slideshow that I made about retests. So I would definitely check that out. The midterm retest is my favorite one. And I hope to see more of you posting those kinds of fibs or retest types. But definitely take your time to go through those. And yeah, if you guys are watching anything, let me know. Is anybody watching anything in particular? Maybe you're not watching SPY. Maybe you're watching, you know, a different individual equity. But what else do you guys have on watch? Let me know. If you guys are also in Discord posting, I'll be looking at that too. Just type in that we've rejected previous day open and that price is still in pre-market range. Yeah, Garden. Which one did I join before? Did I do Stock Talk or did I do the other one? I actually, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was staring at them to see which one to join and I couldn't remember which one I was joining. Because one of them, more people have perms, more of them. Stock Talk? Okay. Thank you. Because I don't have my headset on, so I don't hear people talk. And I remember there's one channel that would mess me up. Let me get my screen up too. I don't care if you can see the account. Oh, you can. It's a total accounts. Never mind. You can't see shit. Alright, perfect. Never share your account numbers. Those are very bad numbers to share with other people. Alright, back to business. Damn. Mocha Lady said Nvidia. Good morning to you as well. Nvidia is not a bad one to watch, especially with all the big news happening with them every other week, it seems like. Good morning, German. Good to see you. What's up, Maddie? Good to see you. What's up, Carter? Good morning, gang. IWM on watch as always. Always, man. You will always see me respect the IWM traders, man. Small caps are so slept on. I will always say that. Leland, a member for 14 months. Maddie Ice, a member for 14 months. Maddie Clams, a member for 13 months. Is that the thing you click to remind the chat that you have that? Or is that actually popping up? Because I know you have to click something sometimes. Good morning, Mansion and Benzes. Good to see you, man. Alright, so yeah, we've still just rejected away from previous day open. We haven't really gone anywhere. It's only been about 7 minutes though, so we're just kind of chilling, looking at more info. Right now, in the first 10, 15, really first 10, 20, 30 minutes, you should just be going through ETFs and just kind of gauging the pressure of everything. You know, are we falling through the floor? Are we pumping? Are we ranging? What's going on? What levels are we fighting? What levels are we around? In IWM's case, we're around the same level as SPY. We've rejected away from previous day open, but we're just kind of still at it. We're just still under it with a very indecisive candle. There's not really any pressure here. So yes, we are bearish, but it's just barely, you know, it's just like we barely got that hint of it. At least intraday wise, guys, when I'm talking about right here, right now, today. I'm not talking about 5 years from now. I'm not talking about 5 years ago. I'm talking about right here, right now. SPY is still pushing away. They made another new low while we clicked away to see IWM. So I'm going to take off extended hours now. I'm tired of looking at that. Let's adjust our time axis real quick. And the reason I do this is because it's just too much info. There's too much stuff in your way. You should already have every level on your screen right now. You shouldn't have to leave pre-market up because you don't know where pre-market high or low is. No, take that off. You should already have that set. You should already have pre-market high marked. You should already have pre-market low marked. But if we don't have any break of that, then there's no point in having it. So we aren't even focused on that today. Let me move my arrow because clearly that messed that up. But yeah, just a little push away from previous day open so far. We haven't really broken anything else though. We're just still inside of the pre-market range. We're still above previous day low, still above previous day close. We are also under current day open, which I would like to remind everybody is definitely one of the most important levels on any intraday chart. Intraday meaning that day. Jacko, member for 16 months. Loyalist of loyal still. AMD is tanking. Good job, guys. I saw a few of you mention AMD. And the reason I posted AMD in premium last night, just kind of sharing the levels of, what's there, is just because of Nvidia. That was it. Just, a stupid reason. Something super simple. Because of how much selling pressure has occurred on Nvidia while I was gone. Came back and I saw this. I was like, well, let's see. Is AMD also doing the same thing? You go to AMD and it just looks like it's consolidating. It hasn't experienced this negative drop yet, at least to that extent. So I think it's a good time to kind of keep watching this just for continuation of shorts, but I wouldn't just start buying only AMD puts every day. This could be a one-day reaction for all we know. So be very careful. Semiconductors are very volatile. This is very normal for them, actually. But I know you guys are eating this up if you've been paying attention to it, so good job. I know there's a few of you in here who were killing that one. Daydream Johnny, member for 16 months. He put ×2. Yeah, man, there's a few 16 months in here. That's pretty wild. 16 months, that's a long ass time. But how was everyone while I was away? Hopefully you were all fine. Hopefully nobody blew their accounts or anything worse happened. I would like to say that I would like everybody to keep, you guys should remember him, but Alexis Santana, try to keep Alexis Santana in your thoughts. I don't know if I'm even allowed to be sharing this right now, but his mom had a heart attack, so please keep Mr. Santana in your thoughts. Pretty cool old school member in our chat for a long time now, and he's going through some shit, so just keep him in your thoughts. And it looks like Kevo's in some SPY 542p. Yeah, which he's probably playing off the previous day open and all that. Where is EMPH? I've been gone for a minute now. Where is she? Oh! Through the floor. Boeing was looking a lot worse, but they got back above a very good area between 177 177.40. Nvidia is actually working back to their today's open, while AMD puts in their first indecisive, or trying to put in their first indecisive candle. They are definitely not done. Small cap selling still present around the previous day open area, so keep that in mind. Basically, you should be bearish on this chart if it's under this level here. But if it gets back above, of course, things can get a little dicey. Buyers can use that liquidity to work back up. Which, again, that's kind of why we get a lot of these weird range breaks very early in the morning, is because of that, the creation of liquidity. I mean, one side really can't go up or down without the other side being absolutely wrong. Everybody's betting on the same side, the price isn't going to be moving. It's just how it works. They have to create that liquidity. What are y'all saying in here on YouTube now? I gotta go back. You hear me typing, I have to reply to Alexis real quick. Didn't take it, but IWM looked decent for an 80% entry. They did actually. Yeah, they look good right now. We'll see if they actually end up getting some movement after that. Like I said, I like it for bears as long as they are under this level. If they retake this level, that kind of takes away some of that confidence to the downside, in my opinion. Same thing really for the SPY chart, you know. They really need to get above today's open just to show any level of life towards the levels that they're actually bearish under. Previous day open and previous day control point. So they can get above these areas. We're looking a little bit better for bulls. Bears get a little bit more free air under this area here. We're just kind of stuck between them perfectly. But we are under today's open, so there is a reason to be short-term bearish besides all of that. If we get any retake above that, that's a great sign for bulls short-term. I'll also try to switch between AMD, NVIDIA, IWM for you guys because I know some of you guys are looking at these. NVIDIA is actually working to break above their today's open right now. And like we said, AMD was trying to put in their first indecisive candle. They did. Now they're actually putting in some buyers. We'll see if they can retake anything. It looks like they're trying to work towards an emerging candle and a... Why did I mark this? That's not even a previous day low. Oh yeah, it is. Never mind. That's previous day low. I'm blind. 158.19. Sorry. Tesla. They broke an open range level here at 182.85, so that is very bearish. But closed back above the next candle. So be very careful with 182.85, but that is bearish under today's open. AMD still rejecting. They're still having a hard time doing anything. Amazon actually gapped up, surprisingly. Apple seeing a little bit of buyers. Tech getting some buying. Nothing crazy though. Small caps rejecting away as we expected from an expected area. I don't have the SPX chart updated yet. And we have an inside candle on the 5-minute on SPY at the moment. Damn, 14 months King Carnage. I'm actually surprised how many months a lot of you guys have. I know it's been that long, but still, like 16 months is a long ass time. It's like a year and a half just about. Another couple months. Reminding everybody semis are strong. There's somebody in there saying they're glad to see it going up. I think people see stocks like this go down after a period of time and they're like, oh my god, like is this the new norm? Like you also got to look at the chart, you know, remind yourself, what has it done? Like, I mean, to be honest, it could come all the way back down to 100. Is it going to? No, most likely not. But it's just, this thing does big moves, long consolidations. Big moves, long consolidations. It's very normal for this stock to do this. I think it's very easy to forget that in the short term whenever you're someone who's feeling the euphoria of the new highs and then randomly seeing the pullback and thinking to yourself, oh wow, like, is this it? But no, just give yourself some good short-term analysis. I mean, you have two retest points to look at. They rallied, sat here. So 107. That's just logically important, right? They rallied up, slowed down again. Where'd they retest from? 117. So logically, this is a very important area to watch. I think we should also mark that all-time high. So right there, you already gave yourself a lot better of a view of the chart, and all you did was just look at it logically without even adding any fancy technical terms in there. And just for example's sake, I think we should also mark that. Kind of like where they went up here, held, retested the same way. I think you should also add that, because if they're going to retake and push back up, it's going to be over 125.60s and this gap fill. Pretty nice pullback though. Got a bearish engulfing gap down into a, I mean, some people will be like a spinning top or whatever. It's not a spinning top. It's just a gap down doji candle. It's very indecisive. It's 50-50 really that would have broken that level. Lower open, and now you have an inside bar. So it's the perfect thing for a potential reversal in semis. You might even see this go smack 125.60 tomorrow. This is probably going to be my top watch if this chart finishes like this today. So definitely keep NVIDIA on watch. Let's check on our sectors as well real quick, and then we'll go back to SPY. So tech, most important sector, heaviest by far, working back up, and they're back over today's open. So short-term bullish, unless we see a break under today's open again. Healthcare is not working against tech, so that's a good sign as well. Second heaviest. Third heaviest are the banks, unless things have changed, but I have to go look. Actually bearish. They're under today's open, and they've rejected previous day close with an inside bar. Discretionary, this is your Tesla, Amazon, Nike, Home Depot sector. Looks like we had some selling, and now they're just kind of trading within themselves at their lows right now for today. So nothing really there to go off of. Comms, your Meta, Netflix sector, Google sector, Goog, all that. They were getting some buyers. They're already back under the resistance, which they were pushing over. So they're back to square one. So it just feels like we have a weak, indecisive, first 20, 30 minutes so far. 21 minutes right now. And that's being reflected on SPY here. We can see we've just dropped, held a little bit, and then worked sideways. I can't even really say up. I don't want to say up because it really hasn't gone up. IWM has fallen, not just with the lower open, but also through supports and rejecting. So they're just looking for either fresh lows or a random retake back over 200.68, which would be good for bulls if they did that. But right now that's in a bearish scenario. Oh, you're looking at the gap. Okay, my bad. I was like, what is she looking at? Okay, Guardian Trader posted the overnight 50%. Okay, that looks good. Wow, it is like perfectly holding it. It's weird. It's weird how that works. Alright, I'm just going to zoom in and we'll just watch it for a little bit. We went over a lot of the weights already, so we'll just come back to that in a minute. I'm also trying to keep this zoom perfectly to where you can see what's actually further down. But what's everybody been up to while I've been gone? You guys been doing anything cool? Anybody go on vacation anywhere? Any cool new movies come out? What else has everybody been up to outside of trading? If you have your updates for trading, though, please feel free to keep typing them. I will read them out. He said I was scammed. I was supposed to be 15 months. News in 10 minutes, 6 minutes. Triple Q pushing open candle. Thank you, Pokemaster Cody, dude. I love that name. Triple Q rejecting open candle on 5-minute chart. Good looks. Great updates. Good morning, D-Touch. Always happy to see your name. Getting ready to take over my new shop, bro. Okay, hey, make sure to send pictures in the chat when you open it up, so we can all roast you on how bad your shop looks. SPY's actually rejecting away again, as we all expected. You should still be bearish. There's nothing that's screaming at us to be bullish yet, as we talked about. You know, again, us being under not just previous day open, but today's open. We're under 2 different opens right now. Yes, the puts are working. Tobias said working too many hours to trade. Man, you're working too many hours. We gotta get the old Tobias back. What are they doing to you over there, man? Nothing wrong with being busy though, Tobias. Lots of back testing, Ryan said. I'd love to hear that. Has anybody been joining Big Rollouts streams in the Discord? He's been streaming a lot actually lately. He'll go in there on his own and just kind of back test, and he'll take live trades from different years ago. You know, when I went in there and watched him, he was trading from like 2020 or 2021. But if you guys are ever interested in just kind of joining a random free extra stream, check out Discord after hours. Some days you'll catch him in here. What time does he stream? He said it's different every day, but he told me that he tries to do it after work because he doesn't like to stay up too late. You keep missing his streams. Because I went in there once last week, and I was just chilling in there with, it was like me, him, and then next thing I know, there's like 10 people joining, watching him. And yeah, I mean, it was just a super chill session. I just remember him saying what you said, though, like back testing, and he was taking live trades, and we were just going over stuff, and he was going over this cool 100,000 contract idea with me, and it was just pretty cool. But yeah, if you guys ever see him in there, definitely tune in. It's normally towards like the later hours of the day. He never does them too late though, so he's not like in there at midnight. Most of the time it's like 8 o'clock or before that, my time, Central Standard Time. But yeah, if you ever see Rollout in there, definitely join that. He said 7 p.m. or 9 p.m. usually. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend. Here, I'll even pin it so we can all remember that. But I highly recommend it for anybody in here who's learning how to backtest correctly. If you want to know how to do it, go watch that guy, because that is exactly what we do in here. We don't just take random trades. We don't just sit here and we talk to ourselves and try to push ourselves into 50 different trades a day. No, we try to actually study what our trade should look like templates really is really all we're going for, is a template. And then just doing it. You know, if it ever happens, we stick with it. If it ends up going against us, we cut it. If we don't like something about it, we cut it. If it ends up holding with our levels, there's no reason to cut it. We should be holding our trade as long as we can. Can anyone just hop in and backtest stream whenever, if no one is streaming? If you've earned the right, yeah. I've only given certain people the permissions to do it because certain people have asked, certain people have reached out. But yeah, if anybody wants to go in there and stream and work with each other, yes, you can do that. One of the channels is literally meant for that. It's to go in there and just kind of do whatever you want. But he goes in there and he just live trades on his own. I'll even show you what he does. He clicks on demand. Okay. Chooses a date, which I actually like what he did. I wouldn't do anything of recent. I would go back a couple years. I would not do anything recent, because then you're gonna remember it. You're gonna know, oh, okay, well, I was there that day. I knew that we fell. I'll just initially grab puts because I know. Don't do that to yourself. Don't make it an unrealistic simulation. Make it realistic. Make it as realistic as possible. And that's what I liked about what he was doing in there. But it's just cool to do that, to take live trades. You're not necessarily taking trades. You're not looking to go touch the chain and all that. No, just these are really good for the templates like I was talking about. Understanding what your trade should look like, understanding what you want to go for. You shouldn't just be like at open, be like, all right, I'm in puts, guys. Why are you in puts? Did you even explain why? You know, do you even know why? So it's just good to have a couple things to push you into the trade, right? But also vice versa, right? So if let's say I'm taking puts from today's open, right? Let's say I like that it came up, I like the weakness, and we took puts with Kevin from Discord chat. Let's say we're in with him. Why are we in this? One, I like that it's under today's open. I like that it's under previous day open. And then there's a bunch of other people in my chat also who are confident about it being a little bit more bearish than bullish right here. So those are 3 checks I can mark off right there, right? So if any of those 3 checks ever get taken back off, right, then I have to assume my trade is wrong. And it's as simple as that. Keep it simple. Don't make it anything more than that. Don't give life to all these other problems. Don't give life to all these other, distractions while you're trading. Don't give life to any of that crap. He said, I don't remember dates. So 2 weeks back and I have forgotten so much stuff. You're good, Tobias. Hopefully you can trade a little bit more now that I'm back. We can go over some stuff more and more. And thank you, Pokey Master Cody. The news is coming out. Good call out. Pokey Master Cody and Eric keeping us aware of the news. And some IWM after the second rejection in the first minute. Nice, nice, nice. And yes, news is coming out. Good call. How's Boeing doing? They've already given up those retaken levels. AMD still having a hard time, even with Nvidia working back up. AMD's always got this like laggard effect, I swear, when it comes to following other semis or any other trending semis. How's Coin doing? Coin's actually building out an inside bar at a very big support as well, so we'll have to watch that over the next couple days. I'm not gonna lie, I would definitely keep watch on McDonald's. I made a post in my lifetime chat that if you turn on your EMAs, it's very historically famous that McDonald's bounces off of the 50, 55 EMA, because those are two of the most popular ones for that kind of region. And it actually bounces pretty much every time from that. Not every single time, but a lot of the time that it makes major pullbacks, like this, like this, like this. A lot of the time the EMA that they're going to is the 50 or the 55. And that's exactly where they're at right now on the monthly with an inside bar, as of right now. Now, of course, this month is not over yet, but with how things are looking, this looks like how it's going to close. So I would definitely keep watch on McDonald's. And a cool level you can look at is the low of this level here, and then if you go to the top of the last red candle before the low, this can be seen as a short-term historical demand. Demand equaling, of course, an area of where buyers are at. So this is definitely where you want to be looking for your bounces, your bullish patterns that pop up from now that you have a low and an established low. Again, having a second low, holding that low gives us that established low. Sorry. So nothing crazy yet. I mean, they just got one move away from it, but this is how this starts out. Charts like this love to start out quiet, and then over time it's going to probably just stay in a range down here, and then over time it's going to work back up and end up back around those highs again. Now, I'm not saying next week McDonald's is going to be at 300. I'm not saying that. But over the next couple weeks, you could see this back towards the 290s, 280s. So I'm going to definitely be keeping McDonald's on watch. I think Coin is also a good one. Just now seeing where they were at, just, again, based on levels. So we're going to definitely keep Coin and McDonald's on watch over time. But McDonald's is definitely my more favorite one, so I wanted to mention that in stream. Yeah. McDonald's is OP. I don't know about their food. I mean, it's alright, of course, but the stock is amazing. SPY going back into the equilibrium. Good call out by Cody. Is this Cody that's also in the Discord, or is this a different Cody altogether? The golden arch candle pattern. Exactly. That's weird, actually, you say that, because it is like that, isn't it? It's like a couple arches that are holding the same support. I'm so tired. 4 more weeks of crunch, and then I probably will be back for more. Good, good. We'll just work your ass off, Tobias, and I'll be here on the other side for you. Nice 44% win on that new low of day from Carter on his IWM play. Great job knowing to take some profits to some extent. Thank you. Not just being greedy and holding it. You know that the new low has to have some profit taking. Good job. Round of applause for Carter, aka Prop Street, in the chat. Good job, man. He called it out. Everything. Oh, you're the same, Cody. Okay. Alright, awesome. Am I going to play the FedEx earnings? Most likely not. But I would love to look at it. Because why not? I actually FedEx. I love the way FedEx moves. Ooh. I would almost say bullish plays are like the way to go. That sucks. That has earnings still. Wow, that really sucks. That has earnings. I say that because it's just like what I was talking about on McDonald's, except it has more progressed here. So McDonald's is like here, and they're working out of their trend, right? FedEx has already made another bounce, another return to that support, and another move over, with the potential low of today holding over the main part of that resistance there. So it just kind of looks like a huge bullish breakout. It's already started happening. But that sucks that has earnings, because of course it having earnings makes that a lot more volatile. So just because it looks bullish doesn't mean it is. But that sucks. I'd have to go look at what UPS and all the other ones look like, because I'm sure they would be similar. But you might also want to look at other similar stocks like FedEx, if FedEx has earnings, because you might get some good movement in the others as well. I swear every time I look over to my left and I look at Boeing, I see -3. It's around that -3 this whole day. Triple Q above today's open with volume. Good call out by Cody. Which is very important, guys. If you guys don't know what Triple Q is, this is tech. Tech is very important. And here's your pure blood tech chart. You can see they are also getting some buying. So tech's getting some good buyers. We said earlier healthcare wasn't really fighting against them. That isn't necessarily 100% true, but they aren't really hurting them either. So right now, that's a good spot. Banks still making new lows. We can see discretionary, which is your Tesla, your Amazon, Nike, McDonald, Home Depot sector. They're getting bought up a little bit again off of their today low. And so did COM. So looks like some of the news helped some buyers step in. But not really retaking anything on SPY. Tech, of course, looking a lot better than SPY and IWM. So small caps and SPY are both still under very good bearish areas, even with the buying that we just saw. But tech on its own is looking really good. So we have a little bit of a push and pull here right now. Because yes, SPY is positive, but they're not really retaking anything yet. They're just above the previous day lows. Now, if we start seeing them retake this is where a lot more buying can happen from. So be very careful if you do see that. Same thing can happen here on IWM. If they can get above the previous day open, there's a very good chance they go smack previous day close, 201.18. And I don't even have the triple Q chart ready. I was just leaving it open for just basically watching previous day levels every day on it. But another cool thing too is not only did they get above their today's open, there's this little hill here where price stopped before falling end of day yesterday, and you can see they also popped over that. So it's just a very good sign to see them get over a trend, really. So even if you're just watching lower highs, you can see they still have room to the next level. So even if you're just watching basic trend, you can see they've at least given themselves room. Zoom this a little bit. It doesn't matter how long I'm gone, I come back and Tobias is still saying, send it SMR. You got burned out on earnings, you usually stay away. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat, Cody. I'm kind of burned out playing them. I like to watch the price action though. I love to review, how much did it move, or how did it look beforehand and afterwards. It's kind of nice to review that, but beyond that, yeah, I don't really like to put myself at risk on those. Not anymore, at least. It's cool to have your fun here and there. I know everybody likes to touch earnings and stuff, but it's definitely good to stay away, because those small burnouts, they add up. So you don't want to turn into that. Put that energy elsewhere. But good callouts though. Everybody seemed to be giving good updates today. Ooh, good job, React. It looks like he was playing SPX puts. So him and Kevin got a nice drop on that. Carter got a good drop on IWM. And even people like Cody who are watching tech started moving back up. So a lot of good movement here in the early morning, even though it doesn't seem like it because we're still kind of in the same area. But pretty nice movement from good levels. Damn, React, I didn't even really look at your percentage till just now. Pretty much 33%. That's really good. I try to tell people to think about their money in terms of fractions, like when you're taking trades. Like if you make 25%, what is 25%? Like think about it. You just essentially made a quarter of what you put into the trade, right? So what is 33%? I mean, damn, that's a third of what you put into the trade. I think these are really good, areas of gains to reach. If you're breaking back a quarter, a third of what you put into it within what? I mean, it's only been 30 something minutes, 42 minutes since the market opened. That's pretty damn good. Because I hate when I see people go in there and they're like, oh, guys, I'm not posting big gains like other people in here, but here's my, and then they'll be like, here's my 32% gains. And it's like, what? 32% is huge. So definitely think about your gains a little differently. Not React, I'm just talking to everybody in general. Because I know I see that sometimes in chat. Love watching it, but with options you can still get burned even if, yeah, literally, even if it goes your way. The worst feeling in history. I had been bad at bag holding into new low of day type stuff and getting burned. Gotta mature on that shit to grow, especially when you only have one. Exactly, it's just logically speaking. Because she definitely reversed right after that new low. And we had news at 10, which was good that one, Eric had posted that, and two, that Cody was reminding us. Because even if you have good levels breaking and there's news coming out, that doesn't really mean as much as it could, right? If there's no news and you're seeing the break of that level, then you're seeing a break of that level. But if there's some news happening around that time, then of course there's a little bit more volatility added to that, a little bit more indecision. So not really surprised to see us going up right at that 10 o'clock mark for Eastern Standard Time. This is actually pretty normal. This is actually why a lot of the better traders in our chat don't even trade the first 30 minutes. It's not even because of news, because right at that 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock mark is when you start to see price action like this. It just becomes a little bit more clear, I guess you could say. So, big reason why a lot of people promote that in my chat, at least, is just because of that simple rule. It's 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, right on the dot every time. I don't know why. We don't question it. I think it's just because the market finally gets to like kind of consume its food a little bit. You know, you're not, who in here actually like runs around right after they finish eating? No one does that. Everybody eats, they chill for a second, then they go do whatever they're doing. The market does the same thing. It gets a lot of movement in it, or it's the next day, and it's got to really just consume. All right, it's got to process, what the hell's going on this morning. Then you start to get what can be more clear price action. Because right now, even SPY is getting a push into their today's open, which we had not seen at all today. It's the first time. It's been 44 minutes. IWM also trying to trigger more bulls over 200.68, so keep that in mind. And tech still working up, so that's a good sign by them. Which, as we all know, is the heaviest part of the market, so that's why it's so important to call out. AMD also getting some more life back over some good areas. Tesla. Damn, Tesla getting some insane movement. I bet that XLY chart's a little bit more. Oh, never mind. Is Amazon fighting it? Okay, it's not. They're not fighting it. Why isn't XLY going up more? Oh, McDonald's is hurting it. Nike is hurt. Okay, never mind. That is why. I'm like seeing two of the bigger weights of this sector move up a lot, and it's not moving at all. So we had to go check the other weights. Nike and McDonald's are not moving up as well as Tesla and Amazon. Which, again, I'm saying this all because they're all in the same XLY discretionary sector. Good morning, fan. What's up, Ace? Good to see you, man. What's up, Mel? Always happy to see your name. A lot of really good posts in the Discord trade floor by everybody. I've yet to see a post that just makes 0 sense. Everybody's on it. React saying that Google is off to the races, and he is not lying. New highs. Good call out, React. And I say call out, but I mean like updates. Good updates, guys. I don't mean to call it a call out. I hate talking like that. Ulta's another one that I'm kind of watching for basing. So we got Ulta, McDonald's, and Coin. Those would be 3 that I'm watching. And Boeing, so 4. I'd say those are definitely my 4 favorites right now, in terms of speaking about where they are on the daily time frame. And even though SPY got back above today's open, they are still under very good levels in terms of the previous day control point, previous day halfway point, and then the previous day open at 544.33. Yo, what's up, Elisa? Good to see you. If we don't go in the next 15 minutes, I am panic selling for 184%. Love how honest you're being. If this thing doesn't send it, I'm getting the hell out. Shit though, 184% though, Tobias. Definitely can't complain. How long have you had that position? Or is that just today? Or is this something you've had in the works for a while? I haven't seen any of your SMR analysis because I haven't been paying attention, but just trying to catch up. 2 weeks or so? Okay, I was gonna say. Shit, that's still amazing. That's very fast for an equity position to get 184%. I bought out of the money calls on the panic after the stock did 98% fib crash. Wait, those ended up working? Wait, I was here for that. That was before I wasn't here. I was here for every bit of that. Because it had that weird day, right? Where it fell really heavily. It's not showing on the chart for some reason. But it had that weird day, right? When there was like a couple stocks that went down like 98%, like you said. You said that crash out. No way that actually worked. No way that actually worked. I was literally streaming that day. I remember you sharing us sharing that with us, because I think Google did it. I think that was the other biggest one, and then there was like a bunch of other individual equities that did it. They were all, of course, bugs. They weren't real drops on some of them. Wow, that is crazy, man. I forgot about that. That is actually the most mind-blowing thing I've seen this year. I could easily say that. That actually worked for you. That's crazy. Dude, good for you. I mean, it made sense why you did it. It literally, yeah, like you said, created liquidity, but that's just still crazy. You're insane, dude. Good job, Tobias. That might be one of the best trades I'll probably see this year. Not even hyping you up. That's actually crazy. Because I remember every part of that. I remember being like, oh, you're crazy for doing this. For getting in here. This is going to be bugged and you're going to be caught in a position that loses out. And then it didn't happen. You're wild. That is some crazy energy from you. Alright, back to focusing on this. Outside bar watching for rising volume could be a 90% entry. Good post by Matty Clams in the trade floor. If you hear me typing, it's not in chat, it's to Alexis. I still just think that's one of the craziest things I've heard. Mel saying, can we fill the gap? The overnight gap to go hit here? It's very possible. If we're under this still the next 20-30 minutes, I'd say it's very possible. So we'll see. But in that same time, though, if they end up popping back over this, there's a very good chance that we actually work back into the highs over here again. But at least it's clear, right? We can all be happy that the plan is very clear. Let me check. Not stock charts. Not Datarama. Which website was I looking for? And yeah, not seeing much of a change in the moving the market sentiment on briefing.com. It just says rebound action in Nvidia after solid declines in multiple sessions. Gains in other mega cap stocks are providing support to the broader market. And then underlying negative bias driven by consolidation activity. Which, again, that makes sense. So that's the main briefing for today's price action. Pretty much just everything you're seeing across the market. And let me see what this other site says. Financialjuice.com. There's a lot of economic data coming out for other countries right now too. I know Europe especially is dropping a lot of economic data this week. Tomorrow we have new home sales and crude oil. Thursday is a big day. Thursday, I'd say, is probably the second biggest day this week, first being Friday. You have GDP, jobless claims, 7-year. On Friday, you have the PCE coming out. PCE is, of course, the better CPI inflation data that the Fed tracks, so it's going to be very important to see what that does. Damn, yeah, into this week is crazy. Thursday and Friday is heavy. So I'd say if you get kind of a boring start to this week, it's just because of that. But that's going to give a lot of good movement towards the end of the week and possibly all of next week. So that's good for us to hear now. But still very good chance we get good movement. And intraday wise, you guys are going to get movement pretty much every day. So you shouldn't really be worried about that as a day trader. He said, but Europe does not have an economy. We have a 6-hour work week. The real economy is wine and cheese. We're hearing this from a real European, everybody. You gotta remember, Tobias, you're pure blood. Just joking, of course. Good call out, Green. He said Google's still moving. More good posts by my boy Maddie. If you guys are in Discord, he's posting not just SPY, but he also posted Microsoft, tech, healthcare, and banks. Oh, nice. He's got the supply and demand on all of them. Beautiful. Maddie, are you in stream? Did you ever figure out the thing with the left side? Do you want me to turn off my YouTube chat part and see if we can figure that out? Because I can turn that off and we can fix it. I'll be honest with you though, I don't even think mine does that anymore. You figured it out? Okay, maybe you could help me then. Was it in the look and feel, or where was it? I don't know why I was totally blinking that day. I mean, it's okay. That's a good thing to blink over because it is a weird... Because it's like a hidden thing. It's like, where did I go to do that? It is in the look and feel? Okay, hold up then. Oh, here we go. Look and feel. Schwab also kind of changed some of the settings, which was a pain in the ass. Yeah, I saw that. I was looking at them. Like, I don't think this menus for navigation tabs was ever here. If it was, maybe I just never realized it. Huh. Include symbols with working. No, not that. Some of these settings are weird. Wait, so which setting was it? You said look and feel. I have spacing. Maybe I do have it on. never mind. I think it throws me off because I'm not seeing as much yellow. I could have swore I had more yellow on my like UI or whatever you want to call this. Okay, never mind. I don't have to mess with anything. Hammer on the 15-minute is holding a fib from the most recent push-up. This is on the SPY chart. If you guys want to see a cool example of this, please check out the Discord trade floor. It is free to check out that channel. This is a place where just everybody shares their ideas, their thoughts, and I think it's just a really cool place for everybody to kind of workshop with each other. I always see really good posts and callouts in here. Oh, Boeing moved a little more. Not much more, but they moved a little more. Tesla slowed down. Meta is not slowing down. They're at 509 and pumping. Sheesh. AMD is holding back over good levels again after retesting and holding 157.80. IWM back over and also trying to do what AMD just did. See if they can hold 200.50s. And SPY still working to get some movement above the previous day open to any extent. They've not gotten one break above that yet, even with all this movement. Microsoft kicking ass still. You can see that tech chart up plus 2.10. So tech chart's actually holding very well. Similar to what we just saw in AMD too, where there's the important levels at, that Eve, that today's open, is where they're holding a retest before moving up again. So this is a very, very strong sign by the tech chart. Moderna. Damn, solar really did come back down. And it looks like it's ready for more to the downside, but no break of this recent low. This just looks like a really big bear flag if you're looking at it like this. And why I like it is because it's also under an area where they had bullish consolidation. So basically bearish against this as long as it's under. But they get a good pop above that. This could have just been a good creation of liquidity, and it could actually go smack 300s again if it does pop back over that. Kind of crazy to think about that. Such large moves. Damn, FSLR is not a bad one. I might need to make a watch list for, like, I don't know, something. Wait, what's on this? No crazy movement on SPY right now, but you guys on IWM are getting a little bit more. And it looks like the individual equities are not doing too bad either. Definitely the best chart today is the tech chart, though, in terms of movement. And it's only been an hour. How is everybody? Are you guys green? Are you red? Are you just chilling cash and just kind of watching? What is everyone up to? So far, all we've seen is a higher open on the market today, at least on SPY. We got a little bit of a new low made. We didn't get any break of the previous day low or close. So in terms of open range breakout, we have yet to see one on SPY. We're back above today's open again. And right now we're really just fighting it. So still under really good levels, still above really good levels. So we're just kind of at a stalemate on SPY. IWM and triple Qs have moved a little bit more than this. They've actually broken ranges. But how is everyone doing? Holding and hoping, my favorite strategy. Definitely avoid that, JJ. Or try your best to. Holding and hoping is definitely bad. But if you have a level that's, you know, there, and you said you're going to stay bearish against it or bullish against it, stick to it. Like right now, you don't have to say it out loud, but if you want to message me or message that channel, you can. But like, what are you in right now? I won't directly go, you know, assault that chart or whatever, but what are you in right now and why? And if you don't want to type that out, that's fine. But at least ask yourself that, you know, what trade are you in and why? And just try to think about it logically. You're in SPY calls. All right. Now why? And I'm not saying it's wrong that you are or are not. I'm just asking. He said it retook the current day. Wait. What are you typing as CDC? I've seen this typed 2 different ways, so I'm just asking because I'm genuinely curious. What is CDC? Current day close? VWAP and current day open. Oh, the opening 5 minute. Okay. I was like, what? Wait, so you're grabbing the close of this candle? Of the opening candle? Why is that? No, it's not dumb. I'm not attacking this. I'm genuinely curious now. Because I marked this as well. But why mark this? What is the science behind this? Or have you back tested this? He said, no, please attack me. Well, I'm just curious because this isn't... Technically, this is not the current day close. Oh, it's from backtesting? Oh, okay. I mean, if you've backtested, I'm not going to sit here and bitch at somebody. Backtesting is always going to be... If you've tested something and it works a lot of the time, then yeah, trust it. Stick to it. I actually don't hate your position. I just think you're on the wrong side of trend in terms of the chart. You know, I'm really big on like context. Like when you're reading a book or like watching a murder file, you know, where you're watching a murder mystery, like you got to have context on certain things, right? Because then the end result just doesn't make any sense, right? If we're at the beginning of this murder case, right, and we get a couple of the facts but not everything, and then they just cut the episode and they put us at the end. They're like, he did it. He was guilty. It's like, what the fuck? How did we get here? Like, what just happened? You know, it doesn't make any sense. It's the same thing with price action. You know, so like, if I'm under previous day open, or if I'm under today's open, or if I'm under previous day close, like in my head, I'm a little bit more bearish than bullish. That's all. Just based on context. You know, what have I done up to this point? Well, as of Monday, we did this, blah, 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 blah. You just read out whatever happened, kind of get a feel for it. Then, going into today, you can get more of a feel of how you want to take your trade or how you might want to position yourself, right? Because personally, right now, I'm probably like, I'm like 80% bearish here, 20% bullish. I say 80% just because of what's happened yesterday. What happened yesterday? We were holding really well. They were holding really good support. And then end of day, they dumped, rejected away, pushed away, right? What have we done from there? We had a higher open, pushed away, and now we're just kind of still under this rejecting. So in my opinion, based on what we've seen, just based on context, we're bearish as long as we're under this area, right? And that's just me talking to myself, right? You might talk to yourself and come up with a different story. That's fine. Whatever it is, stick to it though, no matter what chart you're looking at. But if you've backtested this, don't roast yourself on this or anything. If that's something you've been watching, then stick to it. Seems to be holding a good bullish percentage of this candle too, so it's not a stupid level at all. That's just how I like to look at it, because it's all context. It's logically pushing myself into a trade. There shouldn't be a single thing on this chart that gets me in. Like, I shouldn't be looking at this and go, oh, hey, one candle did this, I'm in, I'm bullish, I'm all of a sudden bullish. No, there were things that got me to become a little bit more bullish, and then in that moment when I got that candle close, I was even more bullish, right? Instead of attaching all of my investment into one thing, now I'm attaching it to multiple reasons why I like it or why I might not like it, right? And then those are also the same exact reasons that need to push me back out of the trade if I am wrong. So let's say I'm bearish against this, right? But let's say this starts to work back up. It's now closing over 544.33. It's looking like it wants to go smack 544.79. Should I still be super bearish? No, because it's trying to push things that I was potentially bearish under. So if it's closing over those same things, then I should probably look to try to exit that trade, because now I'm wrong. So just have a plain, simple way of looking at things. That's all I'm asking. You're not wrong in this scenario. I just wanted to go over it more. I'm in put, spiking up, break, and hold above current open with a stop loss of pre-market high, rising sell volume on the 15-minute. And then he said, my exit target is previous day open, pre-market low. Previous day open, pre-market low. Okay. Previous day open. I did not mark. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. No, you're good. Okay. Yeah, because we were kind of locked in. Like, this is like pre-market high. This is like pre-market low. We're like stuck in between the areas. Okay. So you don't have a dumb plan at all. I just wanted to see that you had something more than just like, yeah, I'm holding and hoping. Because when you say that, red flags go up in the air. But you're clearly not just holding and hoping. You have a lot more going on here. You were just memeing with me. I just had to make sure. For sure, I think my issue is entries. I tend to jump the gun. It can definitely feel that way, especially while you're in the trade still. But you just got to remind yourself, you know, if the chart isn't screaming out to you, don't touch it. Seriously, like, if I don't have something screaming out to me to be like, hey man, you should be bearish against this, or hey man, you should be bullish against this, then I'm not touching it. Because then I don't know when to get out. For that exact conversation I just finished having with you, is like, I don't have that reason to get out now. If I'm just randomly in, then I don't really have a reason to randomly get back out at the right time, right? So we need to have those levels of control, or areas of where we are making our decisions, and then that's where we need to stick to it, right? So if I'm bearish against this, and then it closes back over this, I should probably get the hell out of that, because now I am wrong. Everything else would just be an emotional trade. So try to stick to your decisions. Try to stick to what you have on your screen as much as you possibly can. It's gonna be, you're not gonna be a computer. That's impossible. But you want to work yourself towards being like that, where you're making cold decisions, just in, out, in, out. You're not looking at, oh, well, I think it'll do this. I don't care what you think it'll do. What is the chart telling you? There is context on this chart that is telling you facts. This chart isn't full of opinions. This chart is telling you something based on our levels. So just really what I'm saying is just trust what's in front of you more. You have good levels in front of you. You clearly know what levels are on your screen. You just broke them down to me with no problem. So that's not an issue. And I think this is the stage a lot of people get to, and they think like, oh, I'm dumb. Or like they start getting to this stage and they go like, oh, I'm struggling now. Like, no, it just feels like that because you're actually going through it right now. You're learning the errors that you're trying to move away from. You're learning the better remedies that you want to more work towards, so you can take better trades and do better inside of better trades. But it takes time. You're in it right now. Like, you're going through the process of making mistakes, knowing which ones to try to stay away from, and it's going to take time. It's like muscle memory, right? You don't just go to the basketball court and randomly you're Kobe Bryant level. No, you got to take a long ass time to get to that point where it feels normal to take those shots, where it feels normal to do that. You're in that same exact instance, but with trading right now. It's just muscle memory right now. You're building up your muscle memory. And it's a pain in the ass. It is. It's not easy. But I think just getting more reps is going to be good for you. And not just real reps. Please don't just take this as take more trades. No, don't. I'm saying also try to get some offline reps, like I was just explaining with Rollouts method. You know, going in either delayed or on demand, or just looking back at the chart. You don't even have to do any of that stuff. Just looking back at the chart and breaking down, all right, I'd be bullish from here. All right, I'd be bearish from here. And then just kind of, again, talking like I was with you, with the getting context on the chart, talking left to right, what is going on. Just speaking out loud to yourself. It sounds weird, it sounds crazy, but it's almost the best thing you can do for yourself when you're in this like muscle memory phase, I guess is what we're calling it. Damn, water is so good. Good post by Maddie and Carter on Trade Floor. Just kind of talking about SPY in there. Hot take on the water. I'm a huge water guy. I love water. Oh yeah, my bad. I didn't even see they re-lost it again. IWM broke back under that level again. Said IWM might be heading back to low of day just watching it. Very possible. Very possible. Poor AMD. What is up with Meta today? They're killing it. They were up almost $11 a share at one point today. Hopefully there will be a setup on SPY in the pre-market session. Oh, my bad. He means the later day session. You should get one. You should. Honestly, if nothing happens today, though, I'm not gonna complain because I genuinely believe this is setting up for GDP and PCE. So even if we get just the most BS market ever for the rest of the week, I think this is setting us up for a really good amount of movement sooner or later. So if we don't get it now, we're getting it later. I mean, it'd be cool if we got it now and later. But we'll see. And I don't like to tack that on it too early either. I hate when people are like, maybe it doesn't move today. Maybe it's tomorrow. Because then it makes you think like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be looking to trade. Like, no, don't give yourself those hesitations. You don't want to do that. It is good though. Facts. Water's the best. Oh. God, if y'all heard that, that was crazy. That felt good. He said we definitely heard. Alright. I'm really tired of clicking on SPY. I'll be honest with y'all. I want to watch IWM more than I do SPY almost. Small caps are getting really good movement today. Yes, fall through the floor, ENPH. Do what you must. Sorry, I'm just clicking around, seeing what's all moving. Not really seeing anything new. So we're not doing it today, but in tomorrow's stream, after we're doing a lot of our updates, I think I'm going to stay on a little longer, and we're going to do a bunch of charting. So if you guys are going to be here for the lunchtime session tomorrow, or a little bit after that, more towards power hour. Hopefully I will still be on and we'll just be charting things. I want to chart a couple things I need to update. I want to chart a couple things from a bigger time frame perspective. I want to chart a couple of them from the smaller time frames and just kind of go over that. But really just all kinds of charting is what I'm going to do tomorrow. So be ready if you're here tomorrow. Get a lot of charting out of the way. And if you're not, then you can just catch the recording after on the YouTube live stream, of course, and you can watch whatever. But we're going to be going over all kinds of stuff. It's mainly just to update some of the charts because I haven't been here. So I want to make sure we're all on the same page again. Five-minute close into the 9 EMA finally. Good looks, Ryan. Oh, good job, Tobias. My bad. I just saw what you said. You went from 0.4 to 1.14. What's the math on that? So 0.4 was entry, 1.14, so he made 74 contracts, so 74, add 2 zeros to it, and divide it by the entry cost. That's pretty good, 185%. Yeah, that's alright, Tobias, I guess. You know, I guess it's alright. 185%, man, good job, seriously. On that long of a hold, too. I'm glad to see your idea worked for you. That was the real reason I quit streaming for a bit, because I was wanting to see if your position would work. That was really why. That might be the most impressive trade of this year, in my opinion, just because of us being here for it, not just it randomly happening. Like, he didn't just randomly show up in chat, was like, guys, I made 185%. Like, we were here whenever the stock price fell really hard, and he was like, I think I remember your exact wording. He was just like, fuck it, I'm getting in, or whatever. Like, I'm just going to take the risk, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then he doesn't lose as much as he could have. And then a couple weeks later, we come back, and bam, trade's working out. That's just crazy. No, you're good, Maddie. If you have posts, bro, post them. Below are just a couple more examples of morning and evening. Oh, this is Leland's thing. Oh, you're cool, dude. Okay. He was showing an example from Leland's breakdown, and then he also showed a real example from the chart. That's kind of cool. You're founded on a smaller time frame. Wait, let's see. Oh, okay. You're looking for it at a I like that. Yeah, if you can combine your candlestick pattern knowledge with positioning of levels like the ones we use, like previous day open, previous day control point, previous day high, previous day low, stuff like that, then you're giving yourself a lot better probability. You're not going to be perfect, but you give yourself a lot better probability. Really clean post by Garden Trader in the chat as well. Possible retest of previous day high on Meta. Let's check that out, Linwood. How you doing, Linwood? Good to see you, man. And good looks. You are correct. God, they have such large movement. This is why I always look at Meta here and there. They just have such large movement. He is correct, though. They could be doing a potential previous day high retest. They're actually perfectly at it right now. No fib needed. I think I was interested in seeing of this emerging candle, though. What did it do? So 508. 508's the midterm retest. 506.50 is the full term, it looks like. Nice. You had Meta on your watches this morning. Good job then, because this is definitely one of the biggest movers today. At least the ones I've clicked through. This, and then it was like solar stocks dying, and then this was the other one that I saw that was moving a lot. Was this one going up? Well, good job. You had a good mover. Was there a reason you had it on watch beforehand? I always like to think about that stuff too, because like today, like with me, I had AMD on watch last night before today even happened, just because of, oh, Nvidia's been falling a lot. I haven't seen AMD fall a lot. Let's see if it can follow the trail a little bit. And it did a little bit, but nothing crazy. So, I mean, it's just a cool preemptive reason to think about. You know, what was your preemptive reason for looking at Meta? What was making you think, oh, Meta could have a day today? High key, I kind of like how it's kind of holding this, and then you go to the smaller time frame, and it's kind of doing the same thing in terms of what it's trying to do. It's trying to hold on to a retest. Very cool. Apple was looking a lot better earlier with that first initial move. Since then, it's just kind of been meh. Microsoft also slowing down a bit. They were looking really good earlier with that combined effort push we saw by multiple tech charts. And yeah, they have slowed down significantly from their initial rallying, which was up almost 2. Now we're only up 1.6. And SPY has pulled away. Again, main reason why I was bearish, and the majority of today's stream at least, was just because of us being under previous day open. It's just kind of an initial, you know, kind of slowdown for me. And the fact that we didn't get a good retest that held today's open, that would have been nice to see for the bulls, but we did not get that. We just got one good close over, and then since then, that was about it. No real break of structure until just now, where you can see here. I don't want to draw an actual level. Let's do a trend line. I say structure because this is where the bulls actually like showed some sign of life. And then also where they consolidated about, well, let me just put this here, but where they consolidated was just about right here for most of these candles, as they struggled to push and close over. And this is where they're breaking. So when I say breaking structure, I'm saying this is what I'm talking about, structure breaking. It's from that reversal low. So of that structure break, if you can get a reversal of this and a rejection there, this can lead to us being near the lows of today or even the lows of yesterday. If we do not get that and they end up closing over this again, this is to create liquidity so they can actually exit range. If you get another rejection here, then just ignore the rest of today. But those are the next couple scenarios in front of us right now. For both bull and bear. Again, we don't just cover one side in these streams. We always cover both. Rejecting 200 EMA in the 1 hour chart, looking for a rejection either way. Oh, okay, cool. So you were just looking for movement off of that regardless. You didn't care what direction. I love that. Very good looks, Linwood. Really good breakdowns in today's stream. Not just from me, but from you guys as well. You guys had some really good posts in here, and we got to go over all kinds of things. And it's only been about 90 minutes from the open. So I'll be on here till lunchtime starts, for me at least, and then we'll end it there. But tomorrow we're going to be on super late again. I'm going to try and be on a lot longer tomorrow so we can go over a lot more. I want to go over not just the initial morning action, but I want to go over a lot of charting afterwards after. So if you want to catch that or be a part of that, I will be doing that in tomorrow's lunchtime stream. D-Touch saying this is looking like a reset kind of day today. Definitely feels like one too. He said SPY and triple Q inside bars. Which the day still has a lot of time in it, but it is good to note that after us going up and down multiple times and realizing, wait, maybe this is just going to chill in between yesterday's highs and lows. which it's too early to say that as well, because we are chilling above today's low, or yesterday's low, sorry, but we are nowhere near yesterday's highs. So this still has a lot of chance of movement on today's chart. If we don't get a break of the lows and are seeing a good flush, there's a very good chance that we're seeing us still in a range or pushing towards the highs of previous day. But we shall see. I think a lot of us were a little bit more bearish than bullish today, which makes sense. But not by too much. He said, someone BTD. Oh, on NVIDIA. Let me get NVIDIA. I like that you keep using that word, Cody. He keeps saying equilibrium. I like that a lot, because that is really what it's like. It's like I always say returning to the mean, but that's exactly what you're saying. It really is like a rebalance point. It's weird. I'm glad to see you using that word, because that is exactly what's happening. Oh, he said someone did buy the dip, 2 million shares. Okay. That is making more sense now. Like I said when we were looking back at NVIDIA earlier, I just think I like the fact that it's trying to actually hold over eaves, you know, where it's pushed up to and rejected and moved away from yesterday is where they're trying to hold this support. So, I mean, as long as they hold this little area, there's a very good chance that they try to push more highs again. But just mark those other notable levels. You have previous day open, previous day high, you have the gap up here. So there's a couple levels they can go to. I would more aim for this area. No clean break yet from the highs and lows of the 9 a.m. candle. Come on, price level tool. Oh, the news candle. That's right. Good point. Another good point made. Probably the most exciting candle up today. Again, kind of like what Cody's talking about too. Like, it's another way of getting context. If you guys reread his message in the trade floor, both of them, it's just cool to get context. It's not like we're saying be bullish, be bearish. No, we're just gathering something to become bullish or bearish. Ooh, there goes Boeing. They're actually getting some movement to the downside finally. Well, I say finally, but I mean like actually moving away from a level now. Whereas you can see there's a lot of coiled up support here. This was either about to look really good for them holding support for a good move up, or the loss of it, like I said, for a good move down. Very nice to see Boeing moving a lot from a good area, is basically what I'm saying. Because it kind of sucks, you know, and you see a good break of a good level that you were watching for a while, and it just closes back over it. You know, it's like, well, fuck. I wanted more from that. So it's nice to see those movements. Damn, Jedi Juan. He said that's 20% on 123 calls from the buy the dip move on the NVIDIA post that he put in the trade floor. Very nice movement. And yeah, good morning everybody in Discord. Sorry, I'm kind of reading Discord and YouTube messages at the same time, but good morning everybody. We have Cody, David, Deuce, Garden, Green, Hammered, and Green. Well, we have both greens in here. JJ, John, Joyful, Kim, Letterbuck, and Linwood, of course. Good to see you all. Letterbuck, I've seen you also step up and chat while I was gone. You were one person. I kept seeing your name pop up, and I swear every time I was reading one of your messages, I was just like, who is this? I felt like I saw you step up a little bit in chat. Hammer on the 15. Oh, if you guys check results in review channel, Tobias posted his SMR trade. I was here for that stock flash crash. I was there for his entry. That was a crazy day. Some of you might even remember it too, because we were streaming that day. It might have been from the last stream I did. That's crazy though. Good for him. And yeah, shout out to everybody on the YouTube stream. We had over 100 people click today's stream. We still got 42 people in here. If you guys haven't already, be sure to drop a like on today's stream. Definitely helps out a lot. And if you're just chilling here for the first time, good to see you. Make sure to Make sure to check out some of the popular videos of the channel. My favorite one, of course, is workshop number 11. If you're new. If you're not so new and you've been here for a minute, I challenge you to watch the latest video on the channel, the retest video. I challenge you to learn all 3 types of retest. Keeping cash right now, no trades, I believe that is the most genius position you can take today. Just based off of what kind of price action we've seen so far. Good morning, welcome back, Wheeler, and hi, BB fan. What's up, Mikey? Good to see you. I'm surprised a lot of you guys still have your stars on the channel. That's pretty cool. Probably going to rewatch it. I 100% would, and maybe tomorrow we can go over that, or maybe we can save that for Thursday. We can make that a Thursday thing. So tomorrow we'll do a lot of charting, and then maybe Thursday we can rewatch the retest video together or something. I don't know. Or we can just go over it again. I should have that slideshow saved, so you don't have to technically watch the retest video again, but we can go over it again, maybe. Thursday, please. Have to work tomorrow. Okay, cool. Yeah, we can do Thursday. And we can always do multiple sessions, too. I'd also like to really go over Leland's project. I really want to go over the handbook that he released while I was gone. If you guys haven't already, please be sure to check out the Candlestick handbook that he made. Basically, what he did was, I mean, he kind of took a lot of the main candlestick patterns that we already focus on, but he went to the furthest extent that he could have with explanation. Not just pictures and you know, good-looking pictures and stuff, but breakdowns and examples with actual, you know, good-looking... I don't even really know what I'm trying to say. Just really, again, just as in-depth as he possibly could with these patterns. It's not that hard to read, and they're very easy to understand. And you'll really start to see just how powerful patterns can be with good positioning. Again, when you're at a good resistance or you're at a good support, a really good candlestick pattern comes in, and then something else happens after that candlestick pattern, you can use both of those together to give you that bias of like, okay, I'm bullish here. Okay, I'm bearish here. That's okay to be. That's okay to have bias when you have... you know, patterns of positioning. A power position is basically what we call it. But it's just, again, it's just really good to go over. So if you guys haven't already, please go over the handbook that he released. It should be in Discord. What about doing something with the Lifetime with the Handbook Friday? We can do that too. That'd be cool too. We could do something with the Lifetime group. I'm down for whatever. But yeah, we could definitely do that. I'm here just working a lot, trying to get control of my emotions and psychology. And then Green going, I like the name. What time should we do that on Friday? Noon? Around then? Yeah, we could do noon. Noon sounds actually perfect. Alright, I posted it in Lifetime, so you can hold me to it now. I said Friday I'll be streaming privately to just members of Lifetime, going over the handbook that Leland made and posted for everyone. Noon, CST, or 1 EST. Small paper trade scalp on meta should have been an 80% entry off of previous day high. One con exited at push over. Let me check this out. I gotta see it as I read it. Should have been an 80% should have. Why do you say should have been? Why did you say it like that? Linwood. One con exit at push over previous red 5-minute candle. Okay, cool. Okay, so your retest trade worked. Nice. Why did you say should have been? Because it definitely was an 80% entry off the previous day high. 100%. Oh, here, wait. Let me go into Lifetime chat. I should probably tell them yes, it will be recorded. And yes, it will be recorded. Today's explanation of why or why not to take a trade was a great topic. I feel like I do trade with bias without reason or my process, which then I lose money and become emotionally attached. It's just, I don't like to lose money and not know why. I hate that feeling. If I'm going to be wrong, I want to know why I was wrong, is my big thinking behind it. And it is nice to know, like, should I be taking a trade here? Should I be taking a trade here? At all times, you could be taking a trade. That's the coolest part about the stock market. At any time, you could be taking a trade. But what is a trader going to do? He's going to be taking a calculated decision. He's going to be taking a decision in which is pushed onto him, right? You're not going to just randomly go out in life and just randomly be like, oh, I feel like becoming a famous swimmer. You're just going to randomly become a famous. That's just not possible, right? What are you going to do to become a famous swimmer? There's steps. And the same thing is for us taking a trade. There are steps to us taking a trade. I need context. I need to know what's ahead of me. What am I going for? Then I need to have a plan. You know, there's so much more behind it than just entering. And I feel like people treat that so lightly that it leads to them making either one, too many trades, or not trading enough and being too hesitant. And it can lead to one problem or another, which, of course, all of us are unique, so we're all going to have our own unique problems. So I can't sit there and discuss every individual problem, but I definitely think we can give ourselves a better chance. Better probabilities, and that's really what this whole strategy is revolved around, is probabilities, you know, back testing. If I've back tested something 100 times and I look back at it, I'm like, wow, this worked like almost every single time. Maybe I should start to look for this more, you know, over different sessions. Then that's something I can use in the future, something I can use for future reference. I can start to trust it more. Oh, well, more times than not, this works. And then I take a trade off of it and it ends up breaking it. All right, I'm out of the trade because I know that if it breaks that, it's going to probably keep going down because I've back tested that. It's something I've become familiar with. And that's really all this is just becoming familiar with something, muscle memory, and all that good stuff we were talking about. It's a lot, you know, I can't break it down in just a couple words. But the process, like you said, the process. That's what I like about it, though, is just at least trying to give myself a better chance, or at least knowing why I was wrong. Because I hate that feeling. It's the feeling of knowing you're wrong, but you don't know why. It's like pure confusion. My bad, Linwood. I'm just now getting back to you. You said, yes, I'm still trying to build my confidence on these entries while they feel like you're a little discouraged. Oh, okay, that's why you were saying that. My bad. You said should have been an 80% entry. I was questioning that too because I'm like, what do you mean? It was an 80% entry. You are correct on that. Anytime you have a retest like that, especially over the notable levels. And that doesn't always mean, oh, it's holding this retest, this is the most bullish thing I've ever seen. No, take that information for both sides. That level is really good right now for bulls. If broken, what does that now become? All that stuff that was above it is now liquidity for a potential retest to go back down. So if you see a bearish retest into that level, you can also call that an 80% entry. So it's not just good for bulls. It can also just give you verification of where to be bullish and bearish from. So now you know previous day high, and we'll probably have it marked like this, is a very important area. Again, all I grabbed was from the high to the open of the last green candle, because that's how we grab our supply and demands in here. Just doing it for example's sake on this one, but no real touch of demand here today. But you can see though, the supply of previous day high, they went up to it, got up into it, sat on the bottom side of it, broke the top side, and now they're sitting on the top side of it. So you have like two little mini battles happening inside of here just to claim this as support. Well, for right now it's support. But no, very, very good breakdown. Linwood, that was an 80%, and that was a nice little retest trade. I like that. And even if you were just visualizing or paper trading, it doesn't matter. It's good to visualize these a lot, because you're going to see multiple variations. And that's really why I keep pressuring people to watch that latest video. It's not even a monetized video. I don't get money from this video. I don't care about the views. What I care is that you guys go through this, because there are three major... Please stop hearing my voice twice. There are three major types of retests, and you'll see, you know, even though there's 100 different looking, you know, 100 different variations of them, you know, and how they look and stuff, you'll see though they always stick to one of three types. You'll be able to identify that very quickly. So definitely take your time to go through this stuff. This is like probably the only slideshow I've ever done. So I'm kind of just looking at it again. But I make a lot of points though, you know, just good points you can write down and just remember for yourself. And then we go over both a bullish and a bearish example for each one. So I go over each one. My bad, King Carnage. You said close above current day open already. Are you talking about SPY? I'm late to the party. I'm reading it now. Oh, good call out. He is correct on that. Wow, look at that. The creation of liquidity. So, no good extra fall to the downside. They end up pushing back over, and all this is probably going to become liquidity for what's probably going to be a good move to the upside now. Of course, if they reject this again, this gives us more validation for not touching this. Just because of the indecision. But really good movement can come from this close over now. To the upside, that is. For SPY. Good post, King Carnage. Read that a little late. I know those Nvidia bulls are loving it today. Just as everything was turning sour for them, they all start reversing back up. And cool too, because we have to talk about the eaves and you know, the hills and the eaves and stuff, you know, just kind of watching important areas, you know, where should they move between. Just kind of cool to see our supply and demand rules working. They won't always be perfect, but it's just really cool to kind of go back and review how they are supposed to look. Damn, Boeing fell a lot more. Oh. Alright, you'll have me again. Sorry, I was focused on posting in chat real quick just to make sure everybody was fine. I try to post in like the normal part of the chat, the premium part of the chat, the lifetime part of the chat. I try to post it all three while being active in here still. Just to make sure everybody's good. Ooh, Cody. Good job on your very selective trade there, man. I know how much we were talking here about just trying to relax and be patient, make the right decisions. Look at that. Almost 2 hours into the day, and he is now taking profits on almost a 43% trade. That is a crazy trade, man. Good job, Cody. Nice movement by the buyers, even with it looking as ugly as it was, getting some nice movement to the upside. A little bit of struggle on both sides, but bulls are still hanging around their new high of day still. Jack said Boeing is doing what Mel wants Spy to do. Look left where she is rejecting. Yeah, I still have her there. I still have the previous day open, and we still have the halfway point of previous day there. Like I said, you're getting good movement to the upside, but I mean, we're still technically stuck under what is supposed to be the better bullish and better bearish trigger. So a lot of good moves can happen inside of this range, of course. I will not take that away from y'all. Make sure to get a swig of water or stand up for a second if you've just been sitting here the last 2 hours. It's definitely not good to just sit still for that long. It's good to get your blood flowing a little bit, so make sure you stand up a little. Go walk around the room for a second. Get you a water or something. The first chart that we're going to do together tomorrow is going to be this one for sure. I'm going to do the day trade levels and the swing trade levels for the triple Q chart tomorrow. I don't need to redo Tesla. I don't need to redo Meta. We need to do most of this list though, but we'll get through that. Google slowing down after making another new high of day at 182.55. They're having a pretty good day today. It looks like we're still having some struggle. Like I said, if we do get a rejection short term here, this is going to bring probably even more indecision for the day. But SPY calls when we formed a fair value gap inside the equilibrium. As soon as it inversed the fair value gap, I took my trade. Let's see here. I like that higher low that it made too. It still followed our BTD setup too. It kind of hit that low, came back up. It held that area that you have highlighted with the second low, higher low, and then it moved up again, giving you that clean, just straight buyer move. That is a very, very clean breakdown, Cody. Good job. And that's one big thing I love to do in my chat, is giving credit to the traders in here. Like I don't care if you guys tell me that you've only watched my levels for the last 20 years of your life. I don't care about that. You guys are still the ones that have to make these decisions and go out there and take your trades and make sense of it on your own. So when you guys are in here posting, it's all credit to you. You guys are the ones that have to work your ass off, just like everybody else in here. I always give credit to the person posting, because that's a lot of work. Good job though, Cody. It took a lot of patience on your part. Damn near 2 hours. Good job. And like I said, guys, regardless of going with the levels, going with whatever you're trading, just focus on whatever you're looking at. Stick to it, and don't guess. No randomly holding. None of that. Stick with your decisions. Have conviction with them. Alright, let's see what you guys are saying on YouTube. You might have mentioned that this already, so sorry if you did. Just got back. Are you going to make that lifetime video available after? Which lifetime video? The stream that I'm doing on Friday? Oh, you're moving Friday, so you won't be able to attend. Yes. It'll be available right after. I'll make sure to get the link and I'll post it in the. I'll put it in the extra videos channel, and the lifetime trade floor, just so we have it in both channels. But I'll make sure it's in the extra videos so it doesn't get moved up a bunch like lifetime trade floor will be. But yeah, I'll post it in there instantly. As soon as we're done streaming, it'll be in there. No problem, man. And good luck on moving, man. Seriously. I wish I could come help, but yeah. But good luck on moving, man. I wish nothing but the best for you. And I'm sad to hear that you won't be there live, but it will be a recorded session still. So I'll try not to like do too much pausing, because I know I've done that in the past with my lifetime streams that I link back and people watch the re-recordings of, and it's just kind of hard to rewatch because it's just so long. So I'll try not to do too much of the pausing in between, but I'm definitely going to try to be as interactive as possible with people who are in there in real time. So just be ready for that. New baby, got to get closer to the family. Ah, dude, congratulations. That makes sense though, getting closer to your family. Because they probably want to see your new baby a lot more too. And babysitters are expensive. Don't tell them I said that. Back to STL. Nice. Okay. Central Time Kings, exactly. You know it. Central Time Kings. Good morning, VC. What's up, VC? I recognize that name. How you been, man? I am back from my longer than expected break, but I'm glad to be back. Good to see you, VC. Drinking water wrong. Excuse me. Jesus. Whoa, VC's like on a world adventure here. He said he went to Mexico and he's in India for a few more weeks. Wow. Last 2 months. Wow. Well, good for you, man. Is it for actual like you're going out and adventuring, or is it for business, or what's up? Either way, that's cool. You get to go to all these different places. Mexico and India. What a weird turnaround, but I respect it. Family, personal? Oh, okay. Well, I hope everyone's okay, VC. I hope everyone's alright on your end. But either way, I hope your trip has been somewhat fun, somewhat relieving for yourself. I'm talking to VC in the YouTube chat. He's typing in the live YouTube chat. I'm just replying to you guys. There's no one I'm like actually physically talking to. Thanks for asking. All good. Okay, cool. Cody's like, who the hell are you talking to? I'm schizophrenic, dude. I'm talking to my demons right now. I'm just talking to myself. The intrusive thoughts. Yes, sir. I will check it right now. Oh, you didn't... Did you walk away just now, I'm assuming? I did just talk about your breakdown. I was talking about it for a pretty long time, actually. I don't blame you for walking away after taking a trade. I do the same thing. I like to get a breather. You might have to go back a couple minutes in the stream, Cody. But I was actually... I read your thing word for word. No, I like everything you did there. Now some people in my chat might be confused with what you did because it's against like how I teach people, but I like what you did there. You followed trend, and that's really what I teach is trend. What me and Leland go over. But I did go over it though, and I really loved your breakdown. I agree with you though on your last comment though too. You said the triple Q charts were super clean today. I was too focused on SPY. I was kind of in the same boat. I feel like I was too like invested in like, all right, let's watch SPY together. More so than like trying to take a trade on IWM. I feel like I should have taken a trade on this or moved over to triple Q, which was moving vastly, as we all knew, with the Nvidia recovery, with a lot of tech charts opening higher and moving higher, not just opening higher. But I agree with you on that last comment too, that triple Q is definitely probably the one to be with today, just because of the movement. But that's nice though. I mean, we can switch between SPY, IWN, triple Q. I think it's nice that we can actually rotate between three different ETFs in different parts of the market, because they do represent three different parts of the market. You got tech, you got the small caps, and then you got really the big conglomerate, the thing that has everything in it. But overall though, Cody, on your trade, just for a quick summary of what I was talking about, I was saying that I really liked your trade because you waited for actual trend. I said in my review of your trade that I really liked that you had like the BTD set up on your screen. Now it was holding you, I think, what is this, your fair value gap. It was holding the bottom of it, right? It went back above it, and then the last time before you entered, it hit it as a higher low, and that was where I was saying like, okay, this is where it's a make or break. We either have a very boring day from here on out and it rejects from there, or, which it ended up happening, you end up getting that close higher. So no, that was really cool to see. I like that you were just kind of sticking to following the trend. That's really important. Just seriously, following highs and lows. If you could just, whatever's in front of you, put it simply, you could just follow highs and lows. That'll give you a lot better probability behind more of your trades, because you'll have a better understanding of like, okay, I've had like 3 higher lows hold this area. Let me take risk here. If it doesn't pop, then I'm wrong, right? Because you know instantly if it's not making that next higher low, you're wrong, and you should get out of that. And it's a very cool thing to follow because it's very quick and clear. But I love following just, again, super clear info. I'm just a big fan of clear info. But good job, though, on your fair value gap. I like how you have this parameter list here. Every trade must include one of 4. Good post by Mel. Good clean chart, just showing what he's looking at. Good looks, Mel. How you been, Mel? I haven't been able to watch everybody and hear as much, but what you been up to? Tobias, was it quad witching? I was out of the... It couldn't have been quad witching. It wasn't end of month. Oh, wait, no, it's 3rd week. Wait, was it quad witching? That could have been quad witching last Friday. Was it end of quarter? It was. It's the 6th month. Okay. Maybe it was a quad witching. I had no idea. It was? Okay. I was about to be like, no, wait, it couldn't have been, and then I started realizing, wait a minute, it's the third week of a month that they do the quad witching on. If it was really perfect, it would be the fourth, because then it'd be the true last week. But then they'd have to move it around because of every month has a different amount of weeks. Very busy at my work. Hopefully it's in a good way, Mel. But I'm glad to see you again, man. Thanks for being here. The volume was huge. I had to Google it. I had no idea what it was. Oh, really? Here, you should do this instead. A lot of the time, we have some of this information already in chat. But I don't blame you for not knowing where this was. So I have my Discord open right now. Pinned messages. I believe I have it in here. By the way, this is where the handbook is. It's a free handbook. Everybody can download this. It's not something that's just like for members only. We didn't gatekeep this. It's not anything like that. You can go to the chat. It's in the pinned messages. Just hit jump on that message. It'll take you straight to it. You can just download it. You can share it with whoever you want. I don't care. But just share it around. But definitely go over that. But in that pinned messages, actually, you know what? Screw that. Just type in quad witching, then go to old. That should be one of the first messages in here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So yeah, do all that to find this exact message. No, but there's a really cool note in here that I think I'm gonna Oh, it is pinned in this channel. Never mind. You could have just kept scrolling on the pinned messages. But it gives you just a quick breakdown of this. This is like the Google definition, and then this is me giving an actual tip that I actually typed out. But just check this out. It's pretty cool, and it breaks it down a little bit easier for you to understand. It's basically a bunch of expirations reaching the same time period, and they align, and then it just makes for a lot more of a volatile session when those dates align, basically. But it's just when multiple contracts of multiple periods are coming to a close. It could just cause for really big volatile movements, or nothing, and it just sits in a range and it's just super volatile. IV can be a biatch. Yeah, quad witching is a pretty cool thing to think about. If it once you starts to like open up in your head a little bit what it actually is. It's just another event. And that's really all these things are. You got to think about this stuff a little bit more plain and simple, so you don't have to think about it and have as much anxiety about some of these things. But everything is just an event. Any news event that comes out, any piece of news, anything that can affect the market in any way possible, whether it be random, whether it be something that was expected, it doesn't matter. These are just all events for price to trade towards, right? Because if we were all in a happy state of mind, right, and everything was just perfect, right, then the stock market would just look like this. It would just look like a big straight line up, right? But it can't be like that, because then no one would ever lose, and that's just impossible. That literally can't happen. So the stock market does this. Why is that? And that's because of events, right? We have to have these events to gradually go up over time, where it makes sense, where there are people wrong and there are people who are right over the long term. These events, whether they be political, whether they be random, whether they be something to do with war or semiconductors or gold or Bitcoin or whatever the hell it is, someone has to be right or wrong at some period in time for prices to go up, right? That's just natural. That has to happen. Whoops, I don't know what I'm doing now. So you got to think about that when you're looking at like trend in the market. It doesn't matter if you know that the market's going to go up for the rest of time. That doesn't matter, right? You could still be wrong in the short term. So that's why when you are taking risk in some of your trades, you need to be able to break that down where you're like, okay, I'm only going to put in this much, so I can only lose this. You need to know that beforehand, a calculated move beforehand. Therefore, you're not getting into these trades and you're like, why is my account down 50%? It's like, because you're oversizing, because you're getting into trades that you would not realistically take. So if you guys are taking mental trades, fake trades, paper trades, whatever the hell you call them, be realistic, because you are going to be wrong. Even if you're right a lot of the time, you're still going to have those days where you're just off. You're not yourself. You weren't prepared. You didn't wake yourself up in time, or maybe you didn't look at the charts for 5 minutes, or you didn't go do whatever your ritual is before the market opens, whatever the case may be. Just if you aren't prepared, realistically tell yourself, hey, I'm not trading today, or hey, I'm not trading this much, or I'm not going to do this. Set parameters for yourself, set rules for yourself, set guidelines for yourself. Because again, you could be someone who's just on fire, but it doesn't matter. You're going to have those days where you can't catch a win, and you don't know why. But you need to be able to mentally recover so you can actually, step back in and be like, all right, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that, or, oh, hey, this is screaming out to me. I love taking these kinds of trades. Just reminding yourself, what kind of trades are you going for? Talk out loud to yourself. It gets a little weird, but gotta get to work. Great having you back, Josh. Good to see you, Green. And yeah, we'll see you later, man. Have a good day at work. Hopefully it's nothing crazy. And we're only going to be on here a little bit longer. I didn't want to stay on too long for the first stream back. And then tomorrow we are going to have a pretty long stream because we're going to do, of course, excuse me, whoa, breathing. We're going to have, of course, the normal session like we are today, where we just go over stuff and kind of talk about the weights of the market and talk about, all that. But afterwards, we're going to do a lot more charting tomorrow. And then Thursday, we'll just kind of do whatever. And then Friday, I have that lifetime stream, but we'll do that at noon. But yeah. If anybody has any questions, though, this is definitely the perfect time to ask whatever you want. And then, yeah. And then we'll end the stream here in about maybe 15, 18 minutes. Excuse me. And SPY is definitely still trying to hold on to today's open as support still. We can see they're definitely trying their best. No amazing move up to give them that relief of knowing that they're definitely still bullish, but very good sign to see today's open holding as support. Again, this is kind of a good starting point to being bullish or bearish. Just in short, plain and simple, you want to be bearish under this, you want to be bullish above it. But in other cases, you have other levels of context. And in this case, it's only a little awkward because we are still under previous day open and, of course, the previous day halfway point, that orange level there. So that's the only awkward part about still being under those. But this is a good start for bulls. If they can get over this and this, it looks a lot better for them. Maybe a little bit more relief for them to move up more towards the rest of today, maybe through lunchtime. But if no cigar pushing over the halfway point of yesterday, there's a chance that we're just still sitting in between not just today's low, but also that orange level, which isn't really anything that exciting. But something else cool to note too is we've had multiple, since today's low, I should say, we've had one higher low, and they are trying to hold a second higher low above today's open. So they're definitely, buyers are definitely still present. They just need to work out more. I'm relatively new here, wanted to learn the system. Where do I start? What's up, man? I've definitely seen your name before. Let me send you a link. I'll show you exactly where you can start. And I'm not going to give you this, I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to give you this trail of videos or anything. I'm going to link you one video. You can go from wherever you want from here. There's tons of playlists on the channel, and you can read the titles of them and what they mean. But this video right here is always going to be a starting point for anybody in my chat. This is the video I link everybody, no matter who they are, no matter how many years of experience they have. If you're new to my group, if you're new to how we talk in here and how we, work with each other, this is the starting point for you. Workshop number 11. This is a one-stop shop video that breaks down exactly what every level we look at is, for the most part. Of course, if there's other ones you're not aware of, just ask. And how we plan around them, how we navigate them. So you'll see that in there. All the different entries that we use to navigate them, all the different retests that we use with rules behind each one. It's not just random crap. There's rules to each and everything in there. But that is a good starting point for you if you are new here. If you need another trail, though, if you do want a trail of videos, just hit me up after you finish that or have time with it. I urge you to not just watch it once, but watch it once just without doing anything. Don't even have your chart open. Just watch it. Just hear it. Watch it. Whatever. Get kind of a structure of what you're looking at, and then watch it a second time. Seriously, with a chart. Try to pause and play my video the second time you're going through it while going with your own chart, and try to copy it. Like, maybe not copy the exact chart I'm doing. Go do it on a different one if you want, or at a different time period. But try to practice and try to copy exactly what's happening in the video alongside it the second time you go through it. I know that I'm definitely a person that has to interact with something to understand what the hell's being, said to me. I'm not someone who can just hear it once and know what's going on. I have to physically do it myself, or I will not remember. So, if you're like that too, you could definitely try it that way. And of course, once you're done with that, you could hit me up if you have any other things you want to ask. I'm here, or just reach out and trade floor. Of course, we're always chilling. But yeah, have fun with that. And don't buy the course yet. Please don't be someone who just joins my chat and buys one of the courses. Don't do that. I don't like when people do that. God, it will do things. No problem. But that'll be a good kind of structure video for you. That's the whole reason that video exists, is for that exact question. Hey, I'm new here. Hey, I'm trying to learn this. It's that exact reason. But you'll like it. It's just basic levels. We look for patterns at certain levels. If they don't appear, then we don't touch it. Certain entry types. If we see a certain entry type at a certain area of the chart at a certain level that we like, if there's a level that we know is bullish and we see a retest hold on top of it, we just logically take calls. That's it. If it ends up breaking that level, we're out. That's it. There's no, crazy in-depth thinking or anything more than that. But I pretty much welcome anybody in my chat who is a price action trader, though. Anybody who speaks in terms of higher lows, trend following, anything like that. You'll see a lot of people in my chat who follow pre-market high levels, who follow pre-market low, who like fair value gaps. There's people like that in my chat. I personally don't follow all that stuff, but it's price action. It's just trend. It's just lows and highs. Yeah, there's all these fancy terms and stuff, but it's all just price action at the end of the day. So, and that's what you're going to see a lot of kind of traders in my chat are just price action or price history traders. That's it. We just use what info has been told to us, and we try to use it in the future. That's about it. Nothing crazy. I hate when people try to make their system all like complex and shit. And they're like, you got to go through this long ass course to do this and that. Like, no, you don't. It's very simple. You might even understand it within 15 minutes. But practice is where the true pain is. I would say, going through it, getting your muscle memory, like I was talking about in today's stream, your muscle memory, that's where that's where the pain is when you get that muscle memory. Trying to get that muscle memory, I should say. It could be a struggle. It could be time consuming, even. Not just talking about money, just also time. Could eat up some time. But welcome to the group. Are those price levels drawn manually? Yes, they are. For the most part, when you see me on the smaller time frame, and you'll see this in that video, that's why I link you that one first, but if you just want a quick brief look at it, the smaller time frame charts, all you're seeing is just emerging candles, and then on top of that you're seeing smaller time frame levels, like the previous day low, previous day high, previous day open, previous day close, today's open, pre-market low, pre-market high, just all those levels, if they're not already stacked on top of each other. Basically, like if I have previous day open here, and then I have, let's say today's open is right here as well, I'm not going to mark it twice. I'm just going to mark it once and watch that same level or watch that similar area, because there's a couple levels that line up. But yeah, it's just a bunch of levels of price history, basically. You could probably make a script to automatically draw the daily time frame levels for you, but oh wait, actually I guess you could do all of this automatically. You could combine the other BB script and then do a new one for just emerging candles. I don't know how that would work on charts though that go down, because we have special rules for those, but yeah, they are drawn manually. I don't know why I'm still rambling. Damn, this is a clean chart. IWM still has multiple lower highs under that level, under previous day open. That level. That looks really good. Carter did good on breaking that one down earlier. Everybody was pretty much on the right side of triple Qs who was looking at it today in chat. SPY's the only one that's just kind of gotten on anybody's nerves today, I bet. So at least that's 2 out of 3 that were fine. So most people in chat should be fine. Nvidia, though, I know a couple of you guys were watching this without anyone's help, of course. Pretty insane move today, even with all the sentiment behind everybody being bearish all of a sudden. Very nice moves. And it was really just profit taking for the most part. Boeing offers to buy the 737 supplier Spirit Aero for $35 a share. Why are we feeding life into Boeing? I'm telling you, man, this is a company that will never go away. As long as there's a United States government, Boeing is never going away. This company, dude, is crazy. I just can't believe how many eras, and just like everybody keeps thinking about like the eras of like, oh, remember when their planes would fall out of the sky and they'd go straight to the ground, and nowadays we're talking about how their planes have like all these random errors that can lead to the planes falling out of the sky, maybe not killing anybody because they're able to bring them down and land these this time, but it's crazy to me that we're having these eras with Boeing, and it's all within just the last few years. It feels like it's a lot longer, but if you think about it, that happened right before COVID, right? We're only in 2024, so it's been like 5 years. So that means all of this drama with Boeing that's happened in these different eras is all within 5 years. Like it feels like a lot longer though. It's not, but that's just crazy. Boeing is one of the weirdest stocks you will ever follow on the market, I tell you. It is very weird. And the reaction is different every time. The joke, I mean, it's a very messed up joke, but the joke used to be when planes fall out of the sky, the stock price flies. When planes fall out of the sky, the stock price flies. But that hasn't happened every single time. That's just something that happened maybe back in the COVID days when it happened a lot more, but here recently you're not seeing that every time. You actually are seeing a fall in price these times, like, and not just for a couple days. If you go to their daily time frame, let me go to the other chart, you'll see they're actually experiencing moves that happen over the course of multiple months to the downside. So it actually is hurting them, and if they get any more news like this, I don't know, who knows where this price will end up at. But it's Boeing, like I said, they're going to exist forever. So we're stuck with them. But I definitely like to keep them on watch, because regardless of my opinion or not, they move a lot. And it's nice that we have another chart that moves a lot, because you can swing trade this. I'm losing my voice. But I like that it has a lot of movement, at least. So regardless of my opinion, it is still nice to have another chart with movement. Coin. I like Coin for that exact reason. Even though I don't really like Coinbase, I still think it's a great stock chart to follow because it moves so much. It has a lot of movement. You always want to follow stuff that moves a lot. Regardless of your, like I said, my opinion or your opinion on anything. Your opinion can ruin a good trade. But guys, if we don't have any other questions, I think I am going to finally end the stream here now that we're reaching lunchtime for EST. But yeah, I'm going to end the stream here. I appreciate you guys. Glad I'm back. Glad we're all here again. I'll be streaming again tomorrow, like we said, and then again Thursday, and then Friday we're going to be doing that stream with the Lifetime guys, so we will not be having a public stream on Friday. But Tuesday and Thursday, I'll be back in here again. We'll be going over a bunch of stuff tomorrow, especially charting and all that good stuff. So see you all then. Have a great rest of your day. And thank you all for being here. If you're on YouTube stream, be sure to drop a like. It does help out the channel a ton. Good to see you, everybody who is here again today. And I will see you all.